I'd like to start out by saying the National Weather Service has been predicting a big event for our region. On Friday the 6th, we declared a state of emergency so we could pre-position state assets.
I have a motion by Commissioner Hartung, second by Commissioner Jung. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
The National Weather Service alerted us that there was an atmospheric river that had the potential to bring storms, snow, and then warm rain on top of snow that could cause flooding in our region. And that's what began the cycle and the transition from planning and training to an alert mode. We activated our Regional Emergency Operations Center and our Regional Emergency Operations Plan so that all the 50 agencies, jurisdictions, the 2 cities, the 2 tribes could all come together and focus efforts on response, saving lives and protecting property.
We have to make sure that our citizens are safe, and this is what allows us to do that.
One day this week, I was sandbagging and trying to prevent, people from getting wiped out in this flood. And the very next day, I've got 40 inches of snow on the ground. Everyone in Washoe County's Community Services Department is working extremely hard right now to clear the roads and the drainages and the ditches and maintaining flows of this water that's coming off the mountain now and keeping the roads open, keeping people safe. That's our #1 priority.
And now we are in the recovery phase as we're looking at preliminary damage assessments and determining, do we meet the threshold for state and federal assistance?
We administer the grant program that FEMA provides in major disasters. And our part of that is to collect the data, submit it to our chief, which then goes to our governor, to justify a declaration for a major disaster.
Once we get the formal letter, then we accept it and we start working on it right away. We get it to headquarters as quickly as we can because there's people out here that need assistance, and we try to do everything we can in a very quick manner to get a declaration or to at least get the decision as soon as possible.
Clearly floods cause millions of dollars of damage, and it will still be weeks, maybe months, before we have an accurate figure on what the damage is. It's interesting. We've spent a lot of time in this region looking at floods and looking at what we can do to lessen floods. The Living River Project, things like building the flood wall that the Reno Sparks Indian Colony spearheaded, some of the properties that we bought to allow the river to expand and contract and not affect homes, raising homes, all of those contributed to the reduction of flood damages on the river corridor itself. The tricky part is when we have a storm cell that comes and parks over another part of the county and overwhelms our drainage ditches and creeks. That's harder to prevent and harder to assess damage. But we have some very smart people right now out looking at those, and we're going to develop some mitigation projects. The goal being that each time we have a disaster, that there is less damage.